Welcome to today's video. This is MAV Flight here with BK,
What's good?
and this is a new series we're just starting. It's called MAV Talks, where we pretty much talk about anything that comes to our mind throughout the week. Be ranging from cars to Call of Duty to movies like DC movies or anything else in between, maybe music at some point, and
Whatever you guys want too. If you guys have any ideas, just leave them in the comments. We'll 100% talk about what you guys want us to talk about.
yes, please do that. And for this week, to kind of shoot off how we're gonna do this, we're gonna talk about how the channel originated and some of the stuff that we did in the past, and by the end of it, hopefully, we can tell you where we'd like the channel to be, following weeks or, a year or whatever, however else that we need this channel to go. So, to get started with the channel, it started out with, of course, our love for Call of Duty.
Video games in general, I'd say.
Yeah, very much so.
And it goes back even further than that too. It goes back to just being little, like Guitar Hero days. Like we'd just stay up all night playing Guitar Hero, Need for Speed, all those games that were going on when we were growing up. And that's just Call of Duty, kind of Modern Warfare 2, like that game. We used to just sit there 1v1 for hours, and then it just kept going from there.
Yeah. And as time went on, we started to learn that you can get better at Call of Duty by watching YouTube vids. So we did that. We watched plenty of YouTube videos. And after years of, at least for me, I got more lucky with Call of Duty and that sort of place because I had internet to where I could play online video games. And BK, he lived out towards the country, so he didn't have like good internet. He had internet out there, but it wasn't fast enough to really attempt to play video games.
Couldn't even find matches or anything.
So what we did is when he went to college, that's when he was really able to start. And unfortunately for him, that was when Advanced Warfare came into rotation, which, I mean, I guess it was still a decent game, like
For the first 3 months?
Yeah, for the first 3 months you could play it, and after that it kind of got sour, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But as for the channel itself, I mean, it started, a year ago?
Yeah.
A little over a year ago. And it just started with an Elgato, and that's all we had.
Yeah, and we just, generally, we were attempting to be like our favorite YouTubers and kind of just morph it into this oddball of what it is now. And I'm sure, like, as you could tell, like, when we would play, it would be like a more competitive thing, and like BK, like, he really liked the competitive side, and I was thinking, like, probably like Market J or something. It was just a little different, but I was still 100% okay with doing competitive and all that. It was just trying to mash them into one and be consistent, especially when you're taking classes and you have a job and stuff, makes it more interesting.
You even have to think the Call of Duty, I don't even think our first upload was Call of Duty. Like, I think
No.
Forza was our first up.
In fact, actually, I'm pretty sure our first upload was
an unboxing.
Yeah, the unboxing of the steering wheel. That still this day is doing great. We really need to get to the review on that someday. But
maybe in the future we can do a MAV talk on the Thrustmasters TX racing wheel.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just, I feel like we've come into our own a lot more. Like, we don't sound as much like those other YouTubers. I mean, it's kind of hard not to when you watch them every day or a couple of times a week. It's hard not to sound like them and stuff, but I feel like we're starting to get our own personality, and that's kind of why we're doing this series, is to really further along and make ourselves different from everybody else.
Right, and shoot, talking about like the beginning of our channel was so different when we started. We had put up like gameplay of I think we both recorded, was it us getting dogs or something in Call of Duty Ghosts, which it's not really
Black
that.
Ops 1,
Yeah, Black
actually.
Ops 1. And it wasn't that big of an achievement, but it was just like a nice little marker for us to like call that a decent gameplay, because without that, then it was kind of just bland gameplay that we could have put up. And then we said like, guess that gameplay, to where you watch like the first one and then you guess if that was BK, or the second one if that was me, or vice versa. And I really like that idea, and I hope that eventually we can get to an audience to where we could do something fun like that, to where you get used to seeing that. And
So where would you say you want our channel to be? Like, just say in like the next like 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months,
Like after New Year, like starting the New Year, like even like where do you want it to be by like say spring break or even summer break?
well, I would hope that we obviously continue this, and I would love for us to keep this on a weekly basis. But as you guys know, our channel is anything but consistent. We really do try to at least keep it like 1 video a week, at least. The goal is pretty much 2, but it can get hard sometimes to really squeeze in those videos, and we need to, of course, keep the consistency. And
So that's what you're saying is in the future, that's one thing we want to do is just
yeah.
really not try to push for 3 a week and just like tone it back to 2 if it means the consistency is there.
Right. And then another thing I would like to do is something that you can't really force. It's nothing that you can really push for to. I mean, well, I guess you could push for it, but I'd love to see more talk from the comments. Whether that's any sort of random viewer that's watching this. I hope that somebody just comments in the bottom and says, "Hey guys, why don't you talk about this?" Or
We will literally talk about anything.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe not anything, but you know what I mean. Like just any appropriate topic, we can talk about it. And I mean, we're both college-age people, so we've had plenty of life experience to where we can talk about pretty much any topic and like know what we're talking about generally.
yeah.
And I guess another thing, like just in general, is like any YouTuber wants like just keep growing, like just always progressing and getting better as a YouTuber in general, and then just like your audience getting bigger, more views, more subs. That stuff will come with just more time, but just not necessarily, like I said, growing is not really growing with the sub numbers or the like numbers. It's just like as a better YouTuber, as better making videos in general.
Yeah, I second that. And hopefully, like, we hold up a good standard of videos. That's always something that, like, some channels kind of, like, just drop off a little bit, is the quality of stuff that's going on. Of course, there's been... But when people start to run out of ideas, it gets pretty clear what's going on there.
For sure.
And hopefully this will open us up to a whole new realm, and hopefully this will reach the right people that we'd like it to.
I also really like to, like, even if we can make videos like that help people, like if you have any, like bad things going on in life and you just like need some advice from somebody that's just like from the outside looking in, like that's like probably my main goal for this, honestly, than just randomly talking about random stuff. I'd rather like help people if we can.
Yeah, because that's really the whole goal to pretty much anything, is if you can help somebody out, whether that's your own family or some person out in the street or something. It's always nice to like be there for them, be that friend that they can come to and talk to.
So I think that's what we want to be to you guys with this series, and just like that's all like serious, but at the same time like it's gonna be entertaining. We're gonna have good times,
and hopefully like you get some good feels. We're trying to give you guys all the feels. But anyways, that's gonna
wrap it up for us.
there's video 1 down.
Hope you guys did like it.
Yeah.
All that stuff, like, favorite, subscribe, leave a comment below what you want to see done in the future, what you want us to talk about. And yeah, I think we'll just take it out from here.